To be straight, this movie was not my cup of tea. It's a foreign movie, so it's a different style and way of directing, a way of doing things. If you like apocalyptic movies, you might like the second half of this movie. So basically, the first hour I felt was boring. There was some depth to it, maybe some emotions, some relationships, some betrayal, confusion. So that kind of stuff people can relate to. But I would imagine you would be more interested if you were part of that culture. Was this Japanese culture? I don't know. I don't know what's the Korea. So if you're part of Korean culture, you may relate more and may appreciate it more. But if you're not, then it's harder. Also, language, but it's in English. At least the version on YouTube. So the first half, I was thinking throughout the movie, it definitely gets a 5.5 at most. But the latter half is very it's fun. There's apocalyptic events, there's destruction, uncertainty. So that already is always like a seven in my book because it's cool. It's cool to see that thrilling event take place. But the fact that it took so long to get there, it loses points for that. Then it gains points for not doing a terrible job with that. So the second half is probably a seven. The first half is 5.5, and it's a lot of like emotion, a lot of trying to reach the emotions of the audience. I think they do a pretty good job with that. So overall, I'd give it they made it to the seven range. But I do have the sense that I wasted half the time waiting for something to happen that wasn't happening. So for that, and without that kind of suspense, they put in suspense in The Day After Tomorrow, they had that suspense. A lot of people didn't like that movie. I loved it. The suspense adds to it, adds to the thrill, and they didn't really do much with that style. So it has to go back down below a 7 to a 6.5. So it's in the 6 range, which gives you a sense of how I feel. So out of 10, the final answer is let's say 6.7. No, 6.6. 6.6. And out of 5, we'll say, sorry, yeah, we'll say it's like say it's a 2.8. Again, another 2.8.